Coach Nick, let's go.
Danny, you want me to, can I hold that while
Sure.
you do it?
You or
I don't
Nick.
have to do anything, right?
Nope.
All right.
What happened to Jensen before?
So, welcome to another Spaz Monkey Sports presentation. Right now, we're here with Frankie Slides Badella. He likes those slides. His brother, older brother, Joey Shoes Badella, plays for the St. Columba 8th grade boys team. Frankie's just back from a game against Holy Cross out in the menacing side of Orange County. How'd you guys do today, Frankie?
Great.
Good, you had to win?
Yep.
Did you have a good game, Percy? Score a lot of points? How many points you get?
Not too much.
All right, you know all that matters is the win, right? The victory. That's what you're here for. Good job, good team win. All right, so right now the St. Columba team and the St. Mary's of Fishkill team are warming up. In a couple of minutes, we're gonna have a live presentation of the players coming out onto the court here at Vassar College, their main arena, their main court.
Yo, gentlemen, give me that first five. Let's go, Jill, 144 at the same time. Yo, we're not going anywhere because we're going to announce, but I'll do the right way. Ready? I'll do the right way. 1, 2, 3, right. Sit down. Okay, no, I got you. We'll go back. Hey, where's Frankie? Nothing. Bad.
That's on them. Do it.
All right, we're about 10 seconds away from the official announcements. No, you didn't. Dan, look, all you gotta do is hold this steady.
Hey, don't move.
No.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the 8th State Championship game between St. Columba, Chester, and St. Mary's of Fishkill. I'm going to ask each coach to come out and announce the player's name and line up at half court. Starting out with St. Mary's of Fishkill.
Yep, you could just swing it around left and right.
Move like this.
Yep, and forward to get them in.
Number 23, Philip Oliva.
Yep.
Number 2,
Coach Dan Kelly's holding the monopod. I get the honors of going out and helping call out the kids.
Get the other guy with their pump. The other coach.
Number 46, Dawn McGillicuddy.
Do I have a list to go down or?
Number 81, Tommy Nastasi.
Is there numbers too? Can make me
Number
one big list.
22, Kaden Cross.
just remembered Brendan, Matt Brandon.
I know.
Number 12, Hunter Cervini. Number 9, Lorenzo Negrelli. Number 6, Gavin Justice. Number 34, Jacob Hello. And number 8, Mason.
Whatever you want, yeah.
Now the coach is St. Columba Chester.
Actually, the official announcer for St. Columba of Chester. Head coach is Rick Dugan, assistant coach Dan Kelly. Now we'd like to call out the St. Columba players. Number 13, Brendan Connolly. Number 51, AJ Diaz. Number 8, Gareth Riley. Number 23, Jake Caliburg. And number 6, Jensen Cahill. Number 21, Joey Shoes Badella. Number 4, Joseph Kelly. Number 2, Keegan Alteve. Number 1, Massimo Mastroserio. And number 3, Oliver Mastroserio. Good luck to both teams.
Now guys, you come over and say the pledge. Yeah.
Too much?
Nice job, Dan.
Thank you. All right, we're set to get underway. An exciting day at Vassar College, D3, Poughkeepsie, New York. 8th grade boys, CYO, getting ready to square off in the finals. St. Mary's of Fishkill beat St. Stephen's of Warwick, New York earlier in the day to move on to the finals. And today, an hour before this game, most of you are on, you watched St. Columba take on host St. Martin's in the St. Martin's tournament, who St. Columba suffered a devastating loss 3 years back, lost by 1 point, had a chance at the game-winning shot, did not land, and they've been out trying to close this one out ever since, returned to the finals a couple times, looking to close it out here today. St. Mary's of Fishkill taking on St. Columba of Chester, Goshen, New York. All right, the 5 on the floor for your Columba. We have Jensen Cahill, Joe Kelly, Oliver Mastroserio, Jake Caliburg, and Brendan Connolly. And to Brendan's mom, I apologize to you. I know sometimes I slip, call him Brandon. That's just because there's another Brandon in a basketball team that I call for. But Brendan Connolly. All right, we have 24 minutes of finals basketball coming at you. Jensen, St. Columba first possession. Jake out in front. Joe Kelly puts up 2 shots, no good. St. Mary's comes away with it. St. Mary's open lane, puts up 2. Right-handed layup, doesn't go in. Rebound Jensen, we're going the other way. Jensen dishes to Oliver. Oliver on the move. Joe Kelly cross midcourt. Brendan Connolly from the corner, deep 2. Shot's no good, off the mark. St. Mary's on the move, wide open underneath for 2, it's good. St. Mary's first to strike here in period 1. 5:15 on the clock, 2-0. So I pulled out a folding chair. I already know I'm going up on top of it. Next break in play, we'll be on top of the folding chair. Brendan to Joe. Joe, ball stolen, we're going the other way. Layup goes in, St. Mary's out in front, 4-0. Oliver, shaking big, finds Jake underneath. Jake puts up 2, shots off the mark. Whistle blew, foul charge. St. Mary's inbounds the ball. Shots up, no good. Rebound Connolly, we're going the other way. Brendan to Oliver. General Mastrosario takes the ball across midcourt, setting up his offense. Jake lurking left wide open from the corner, baseline. Shots up, he's fouled. Kallerberg to the line to shoot 2. All right, we're going on the chair, we're moving. Pardon the unsteadiness. I knew that wouldn't last long. I didn't want to start the game on the chair, though. Kallerberg's first free throw is good.
Yo, know who you have, Jensen.
Second free throw's up, it's good, nothing but net. We have a 2-point game, 4-2, St. Mary's with the ball. St. Mary's looking for a lane, kick it out for 3, fires, shot's good. St. Mary's from downtown. That was Olivia. Oliver. Jake. Jensen in the paint, Jensen drives, puts up 2, shots up, off the mark. Hit the back of the iron, bounces out, St. Mary's on the move. Seven 2, St. Mary's on top with the ball. Good ball movement by St. Mary's, put up a 3, no good. Rebound, St. Mary. Matasi with the rebound, dishes to Oliva. Joe Kelly with a steal, we're going the other way. Joe puts up 2, shots no good, off the mark, no whistle. Head coach Rick Dugan looking for a foul, nothing called. And 1, there's the and 1. St. Mary's out to an early lead with the score 9-2. And they find themselves at the free throw line to shoot 1. Just under 3 minutes left, period 1. All right, I just extended the the monopad. Free throws up, off the mark, rebound, goes to St. Mary's. St. Mary's from 3, wide open. Shots off the mark. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be St. Columba ball. All right, now I'm standing on a folding chair. Monopod, gimbal connected to the monopod. iPhone 16 Pro, high def, DJI microphone, magneted to my shirt. St. Columba with the ball, Oliver, Gareth, back to Oliver. Outside the perimeter, looking for Jensen. Hits Joe. Ball. Oh, pass is stolen. We're going the other way. Joe, last line of defense. Shots up, no good. Foul called. First free throw's no good, off the mark. Second free throw's good, nothing but net. Double digits for St. Mary's, 10-2 lead. St. Columba finds himself down 8 with 2:22 left here in period 1. Oliver cross midcourt. Jake. Joe. Zoom out just a little. Joe looking for Jensen in the paint. Jensen trying to go up strong, puts up 2. In and out, no good. Gets his own rebound. He's fouled on the second attempt. If you didn't hear Coach Ricky there, I'll tell you, said Jensen, stop doing that. Just go right up strong. 2:04, period 4.
Tallest guy in the gymnasium.
First free throw off the mark. Go through the process, Jensen. Second free throw is good. 1 or 2 from the free throw line. So far, cuts the score. St. Columba down 7, 10-3, 1:59 on the clock. St. Mary's on the move. St. Mary's drives, floater, no good. Joe Kelly comes away with it. Joe has Jake out in front to his right, Oliver to his left. Jake keeps it, stop and go, gives it to Joe. Joe lays in 2. We have a 5-point game, 10-5, 1:41 on the clock.
Go ahead, Garrett. Good job, Garrett.
St. Mary's looking to set up the offense. Gareth charged with a foul, his first foul of the day. Maybe not the day, the game. This is our second game of the day.
Hey, Lorenzo. Hunter, get ready. Right there.
All right, non-shooting foul. St. Mary's set to inbound. That's St. Mary's of Fishkill, New York. Stolen! Jake, interception. We're going the other way. No one to beat. Puts up 2. Shots off the mark. Rebound St. Mary's. I know that's one Jake wants back. Quickly shut down by the St. Columba defense. St. Mary's hits reset to outside perimeter. Joe, stolen pick, give me your lunch money. We're going the other way. Oliver out in front to the left. Joe keeps it, lays up 2, it's good. We have a 3-point game, score 10-7. St. Columba down 3 with 55 on the running clock. Nobody was down on defense. 2 points for St. Mary's, 12-7. That was a breakdown in defense by the St. Columba team. 40 on the clock. Oliver cross midcourt. Oliver to Gareth. Ooh. Was looking for Oliver, breaking under the rim. Jake finds Jake, baseline. Puts up 2, no good. Jake out to Joe. Joe to Jensen. Back to Joe. Joe through traffic, he's fouled. Should be a shooting foul. Joe to the line to shoot a deuce.
Garrett, we cannot get behind.
Shoot a deuce sounds a little weird. Shoot a pair of free throws.
Garrett, feel me? Breathe, Joe Kelly.
First free throw off the mark, hit the front of the rim and bounce to the right. Substitutions for St. Mary's. Oliva checks into the game. Oliva. I'll go with Oliva. Second free throw is good. There was a lane violation. Free throw was good. Referee, I think, is telling head coach Rick, we're okay. Relax, I got it. St. Mary's on the move, cross midcourt. St. Mary's with an open lane, lays in two. That was a green light to the basket, 14-8, 4 on the clock. Ball out of bounds off of St. Mary. That will be St. Columba ball with 1.2 seconds. It's gonna be a catch and shoot scenario. Let's see if we could catch some magic with 1.2 on the clock. Jake Caliberg on the inbound. Finds Joe. Joe, and the ball's on the ground. No whistle blew. Coach Rick wanted a whistle, wanted a foul on that. And that'll do it. After period 1, score St. Mary's 14, St. Columba 8. This is a finals that this St. Columba team has been coming, a tournament the St. Columba team has been coming into for the last 3 years, the last 3 seasons. The first year they made the finals, they squared off in the finals against St. Martin A team, who they knocked out earlier in the day to advance here to the finals. They lost that game by a torturous 1 point. There might have been 2 or 3, if I recall correctly. Buzzer beater shot, potential buzzer beater shots to end that game. Nothing fell. St. Martin had won that one. And then I believe it was this team, St. Mary's, no, it was St. Joaquin out of this side of the river as well, that they faced off against and had lost that one too in the finals. So 2 of the 3 years team made it to the finals. This St. Mary's team we're playing here today, we beat 2 weeks ago. St. Columba beat them 2 weeks ago. St. Mary's looks a little stronger here today, coming out with an early lead. With a 14-8, period 2 set to get underway. Let's see if we can maybe zoom in a little bit. All right, St. Mary with the ball. Baseline jumper, shots no good. Joe Kelly with a rebound, has Oliver to his left. Beautiful pass to Ollie. Ollie lays up 2, no good. Joe there to clean it up, puts in 2. And we have a 4-point game, score 14-10. St. Mary's is catching St. Columba sleeping on the transition on defense. Travel called, St. Columba catches a break there. It'll be St. Columba ball. Bucket is no good. AJ Diaz inbounds to Oliver. Oliver, bounce pass to Gareth. Riley, pull up 3. Shot's good! Gareth Riley from downtown buries a 3. We have a 1-point game. 14-13. St. Mary's with the ball. Foul called. St. Mary's to the line to shoot 2.
Everyone should know who they have.
First free throw hits the front of the rim and bounces out. Second free throw, no good. Big rebound by Diaz. Dishes to Joe. Columba on the move. Joe crosses midcourt. Got Ollie behind him. AJ to his right. Joe keeps it. Goes through the lane. Puts up 2. Shot does not land. He is fouled. Joe Kelly to the line to shoot 2. First free throw by Joe is good. We are tied 14-14.
Joe, wait. He's got a sub. My bad. I'm gonna hit a horn. I didn't know. No, that's. I was just telling him to wait. I hit a horn.
Substitution, Joey Shoes checks into the game. Jake Caliberg with a well-deserved breather. 5 on the floor for your Columba. Oliver Mastroserio, Joey Shoes, Joe Kelly, AJ Diaz, and Gareth Riley. Free throws good. St. Columba with their first lead of the game. Score 15-14. Just hit 5 minutes on the clock. St. Mary's looking for a home run. Quickly shut down by Diaz. Shots off the mark. Diaz with the rebound. Dishes to Joe. St. Columba on the move. Joey Shoes out in front. Shoes puts in 2. Count it. Joey Shoes giving his team a 3-point lead. Score 17-14. St. Mary's looking to score here. Pull-up jumper, trying to hit a 3, no good. Rebound Joe. St. Columba on the move. Joey Shoes way out in front. Joe couldn't find him quick enough. Finds Oliver. He got Shoes to his right. Oh, ball stolen. We're going the other way. St. Mary's lays in 2. We have a tight 1-point game, 17-16. Oliver to Shoes. Back to Oliver across midcourt. Zoom out just a little. Gareth. Joe dishes to Gareth. Oh, travel called. That was the right call by the ref. Dragged that foot before the ball went down. We have a very tight 1-point game. St. Columba 17, St. Mary's 16. St. Mary's on the move. Ball poked free. Ball went out of bounds. Let's see. We'll wait for the official call. It will be St. Mary's ball. 3:55 on the clock. Period 2. Again, we play with the shot clock here in the finals. There's a 30-second shot clock on top of each backboard.
No, get your legs in the shot. Hey.
Play on the other side. Come up.
Yeah, put it down. Just hit that. So, what's supposed to be at 24? So set time. Right there. And just set it for 24. That should work. He did it before. Should hit that and then just hit enter and should have come back.
All right, so the issue there was St. Mary's had the ball, 30-second shot clocks. They were bringing the ball up the court. Ball went out of bounds. The shot clock was reset to 30. Referee right on top of that said, hey, it was a 24-second shot clock. St. Columba with a steal. We're going the other way. Joe. He's got Ollie to his left, clapping for the ball. Gareth to his right. Dishes to Ollie. Ollie, pull-up jumper. Off the mark. Foul call. This one's on Diaz. His first foul of the game. Jensen Cahill checks back into the game. AJ Diaz with a breather. Let's go, Jensen. St. Mary's with the ball across midcourt. St. Mary's finds a lane, puts up 2. It's good. St. Mary's back on top by 1. Score 18-17. Oliver. Shoes fires a 3. Off the mark. Gareth. Baseline. Oliver. Back to outside the perimeter. Oliver drives, puts up 2. No good. Jump ball called. This one will be St. Columba ball. Next jump ball will go to the St. Mary's team. 3 minutes left here in the first half. St. Mary's up 1, score 18-17. Oliver Mastroserio set to inbound the ball. Oliver to Jensen. Joe razzle-dazzle, spins around the defender, finds Riley underneath, misses the layup. Gareth gets the ball right back. Good dish to Massimo, puts up 2, it's good. Massimo Mastroserio in the box score, 19-18, giving his team a 1-point lead.
Hey, run it, go. Jacob, go top.
St. Mary's good ball movement here. Trying to find an open player, nothing doing. Shut down by the St. Columba defense. And I spoke too soon. Shots off the mark. Rebound Jensen. We're going the other way. Finds Oliver. Good give and go to Moss. Nobody to beat. Massimo pulled that one up. Heaved ho. Jensen underneath. Let's hit reset. All right, there's a lot to break down over there. Massimo looked like he had an easy two. Pulled up, felt the defender coming on him. I think he ended up shooting, missed that shot. Jensen ended up on the floor going after the ball. Referee blew the whistle. I think Jensen might have been out of bounds. His body was on the floor, who knows? But that's St. Columba 19, St. Mary's 18. St. Mary's with the ball. Might recall in the first game, good give and go. St. Mary's puts up two, no good. St. Mary's got the rebound, went out of bounds with the ball. We're going the other way, St. Columba ball. So I got with Jensen in between games. Apparently he ran into a player, ran into him with his knee. The player hurt his outside knee, Jensen hurt his inside of his knee. Came out of the last game for a few minutes. Pain subsided, seems to be okay. He's back in action. Jake Calleberg checking into the game. Massimo getting a breather.
Sorry.
It's the same as the college stuff.
Is that on me? Sorry.
Oliver. Looking for Jensen. Beautiful pass. Oh, somehow we lost the handle. We're going the other way. Stolen. Connolly says, give me your lunch money. Brendan, we're going the other way. Joe, out to Brendan. Brendan goes to put up two. It's good. Brendan Connolly with two. 21-18. 1:20 left in the first half. Shots up. Off the mark, rebound Joe, we're going the other way. Joe has Jake to his right, Brendan to his left. Jensen working his way towards the paint. Joe keeps it, finds a lane, floater. In and out, no good.
Jake, you got 5!
We're going the other way. Oh, I don't know if that was a travel, but no whistle. St. Mary's with the ball. Fires a three, no good. Rebound Jake. Someone poked that free, Joe comes away with it. St. Columba on the move. Brendan Connolly left all alone. Connolly puts in two. 23-18, 30 on the clock. St. Mary's on the move. St. Mary's fires a three. It's good. St. Mary's buries a three. 23-21. What a game. What a first half so far. 10 seconds on the clock. Oliver. Jensen. 5 on the clock. Oliver fires a deep three. Oh, that looked like it was going to be good. Coach Ricky was saying pass the ball to someone underneath, not sure who. But that'll do it after a very exciting first half of play. St. Columba 23, St. Mary's 21. Now we're going to pause for a word from our sponsors. Well, we have no sponsors. We have supporters. A word from our supporters. Bod Remod, Warwick, New York. Personal training, youth and adult athletes. Best 60-minute workout you can get. You get stretching, 60-minute workout, and they have a great recovery room. Coach Liz Schlago, Coach Andrew Tolosi. Bod Remod, Warwick, New York. Next supporter is Village Pizza, right in the heart of Goshen, the historic Goshen, New York. Village Pizza, While you're watching the basketball game, order a family special. $25.50 large pizza, big ziti, a meatball, a sausage, and a salad. $25.50 Village Pizza. Right in the heart of the historic village of Goshen, New York. All right, I have a bit of an issue. My monopod's extended to like 8 feet. I'm standing on a folding chair. We are live, and my bottle of water is in my bag 25 feet behind me with nobody to help. Maybe I could get one of these kids. Hey, or we could get Coach Dan. Hey Dan, in the side of my bag over there, I got a bottle of water in the side pocket. Would you mind grabbing it? Yeah, that's my bag. Appreciate it. All right, Coach Dan coming to the rescue. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Much needed. We knew this was going to be a tight one. So obviously most of you know CYO, you age out in the 8th grade. These boys are in 8th grade, so this is their last year of CYO eligibility. This team came together during COVID, during the first year of COVID, maybe second year. You know, obviously we should be playing under the St. John's Parish, being we are all from Goshen, New York. St. John's scratched the program during that year of, actually the first 2 or 3 years of COVID. They really didn't want anyone in their gym, you know, playing basketball. They really didn't know much about COVID back then, who could get it, who can't get it. We just knew that it was spreading like wildfire. So St. John's didn't really offer a program during the COVID years. These boys were early, they were young in 4th grade. I believe Eric Harris got together, said, you know what, let's practice. We got to play some kind of basketball. We practiced out of St. Mary's that first winter in Washingtonville, New York, not St. Mary's here at Fishkill. In Washingtonville, New York, the kids got together. They practiced, they were playing ball. It wasn't the type of ball that would have been played if there was no such thing as COVID, if that never happened, but they still got together and played ball. Many of these players here, many of these athletes, some of them weren't even basketball players. Some were playing baseball. Jensen was playing soccer. You know, it was different multi-sports. And that year, the kids just fell in love with it. I think Eric Harris recruited Rick Dugan at that time, Coach Ricky, to come in and coach a team. You know, Coach Ricky, you know, a lot of times the coaches, they have sons on the team, and that's why they're the coach, not for their son, but you know, it goes hand in hand. It's 1 + 1 = 2. You got a dad coach, and then you got the kid on the team, and then his buddies or his classmates, they come and they play. So we got Eric Harris recruited Rick Dugan. He came and coached the kids since that 4th grade level. Really turned them into basketball players. In the next year, their 5th grade year, they became Orange County champs, where they won. They beat everyone in that CYO division that year. Went on to advance in the not the state finals, but the further rounds in the state. We ended up losing in Rockland County to a different team, but 5th grade they won that CYO, Orange County CYO champions. No one can ever take that back from them. And then this tournament has been a thorn in the side. This is one tournament that this team really wants badly. I know I got with the coaches and players before this game. This is something that they want. They finished second place twice. The trophy difference between the second place trophy and the first place trophy is night and day. They didn't even want to take home the second place trophies. They're like, what is this? The first place trophy, I think it's like 2.5, 3 feet high. Real trophies, and they were on the wrong side of the games on a couple of those finals, and here they are today. Their last year of eligibility, trying to really win this one and take this one home. And unfortunately for them, the road goes through this St. Mary's of Fishkill team. Tough team. Last year, St. Mary's, they beat them twice. St. Mary's beat them in the tournament play and then in the semifinals. St. Columba coming out, taking the court. Both teams on the hardwood. Score 23, St. Columba 23, St. Mary's 21. We have 12 minutes of basketball coming at you. 5 on the floor for your Columba. We have Gareth Riley, Oliver Mastroserio, Jake Caliberg, Joe Kelly, and Jensen Cahill. Second half action underway. St. Mary's first possession of the half. Natasi, dishes, right wing. Back to Keenan. Oliva. Jake Caliberg on defense. Found the lane, puts up 2, shots off the mark, rebound Joe. St. Columba on the move, finds Jake. Caliberg to Oliver. Oliver has Jensen to his left, go to the rim. Jesus, Jensen goes to put up 2, shots good. St. Columba first to strike here in the second half. 25-21, 5:15 on the clock. Jensen with a big block. St. Mary's comes away with it. All right, most of you know I'm Jensen's dad, so a few seconds. I need to put my dad hat on. We'll be back to the play-by-play hat. St. Mary's with the ball. Oliva, Caliberg on defense. Try to zoom out just a little bit. Jake. Baseline, St. Mary's, Jensen on defense. Hands straight up, please, no foul called. Ball's on the floor. Jump ball called. This one should be St. Mary's ball, if I remember correctly. St. Columba ball.
Go defense.
25-21, 4:49 on the clock. Oliver Mastroserio taking the ball across midcourt. Oliver hits Joe. Jake left alone in the corner. Out to Jake. Jake fires a 3, shots up. Off the mark, rebound Jensen. Ball stripped. Coach yelling, you put the ball, you dribbled the ball, you got it stripped, go right up. Shot off the mark. Ball goes out of bounds, St. Columba ball. Some lessons you need to learn the hard way. Hopefully Jensen learned that lesson. You dribble the ball, you got it stripped. No need to dribble it there. Just go up strong. All right, Oliver, cross midcourt. Joe, looking for Gareth. Joe decides to keep it. Shake and bake, a little razzle-dazzle. Dishes to Gareth. Jensen calling for it under the paint. Gareth says no need, deep 2. Gareth Riley hits a huge shot, giving his team a 28-21 lead. Coach Ricky was so happy with Gareth, and then Gareth was just charged with that foul. That went hot and cold real quick. St. Mary's with the ball, down 7, just under 4 on the clock. Here in period 3. Servini, dishes. Back to Servini. Savini drives, Euro move, puts up 2, no good. Just enough defense by Columba. Joe Kelly, coast to coast, decides to keep it. Left-handed layup, in and out, no good. Jensen fighting for the rebound. Jump ball called. So I'm trying to zoom in. So I have a beautiful gimbal that I use that could go 4K. You use the app. It's complete high definition, high crisp TV. The best you can get, better than NBC Sports. Issue is, it's not compatible with YouTube. So we're streaming live here on YouTube. I have to use 2 fingers to zoom in and out on my iPhone screen. Very old school, very inefficient, but we're making it work. St. Mary's fires a 3, in and out, no good. Jensen got a hand on the rebound, comes away with it. Jensen with the board, dishes to Joe. Joe on the move, got Oliver out in front to his left. Someone poked that ball free. Ollie comes away with it. Ollie, baseline. He's got a 1-on-2. Ball goes out of bounds, St. Columba ball. St. Mary's somewhere got a hand on that. Jensen gets a well-deserved breather. AJ Diaz checks into the game. 5 on the floor for your Columbus. We have AJ Diaz, Oliver, Jake, Gareth, and Joe. Inbound to AJ, to Gareth. Cross the court pass, very dangerous. Oliver came away with it. AJ puts up 2, and oh, we were looking for the end one. It looked like it was rolling in. Ball rolls out. Diaz will find himself to the free throw line to shoot 2. Shooting 2. Nope, never mind, it's St. Mary's ball. I was completely way off on that call. All right, St. Mary's on the move. St. Mary's fires a 3, in and out, no good. Rebound Joe, Oliver out in front to his left. He's got a 1-on-1, bounces to Jake. Jake, a little trouble handling that. Saves it, finds Oliver on the baseline. Shots off the mark. St. Mary's with the ball, we're going the other way. A little sloppy basketball there. St. Mary's with the ball, stolen pick. Give me your lunch money. Joe Kelly going the other way, behind the back. Puts up 2, it's good. 30-21, St. Columba out in front by 9. Timeout called by the St. Mary team. As always, Nick Connolly running the book for the St. Columba team. Very punctual and very statistic oriented. You could text him, call him any hour of the day. He knows the win-loss records of our team, our opponents, the division, how many games behind we are, what needs to happen for this to happen. Thank you, Nick Connolly. All right, St. Mary's with the ball. 2:19 on the clock. St. Columba up 9, period 3. Ball goes out of bounds. That's a turnover, St. Columba ball. AJ on the inbounds, hits Caliburg. Jake immediately met by a defender, dishes to Joe. Jake calling for it. Jake baseline. Euro puts up 2. In and out, no good. Ball's on the floor. St. Mary's comes away with it. Everything on that play was beautiful except for the finish. I'm sure Jake will love to have that one back. St. Mary's baseline shut down by Diaz. Jake got a hand on that. St. Mary's comes away with it. Gareth with a block. Ball's on the floor.
Get on the floor!
St. Mary's dishes under the baseline. Puts up 2. It's good. St. Mary's scores, brings the score. St. Columba 30, St. Mary's 23. St. Columba holding on to a 7-point lead. Riley with the ball. Dishes to Joe. Joe looking to create some offense. Joe finds a lane. Jump ball called. Joe was looking for a foul. Jump ball called. Keegan Altevi checks into the game. Gareth Riley with a breather. 5 on the floor for your Columba. Brendan Connolly, AJ Diaz, Keegan Altevi, Joe Kelly. And there's Jake Kalberg.
There we go.
All right, St. Mary's with the ball. St. Mary's fires a 3 off the mark. Rebound, Joe, we're going the other way. Oh, wait, ball was stolen. They're letting them play. I've been to foul called. I've been to games where I see a jump ball called within a half a second. That was about two Mississippi. St. Mary's set on the inbounds with the ball, down 7. 1:06 left here in period 3. Inbounds is good. Jake Kalberg on defense. St. Mary's fires a 3. Shots off the mark, hits the front of the rim. Rebound, Joe Kelly. St. Columba on the move. Connolly to his left. Hits Brendan. Brendan drives. Puts up 2. No good. Rebound, St. Mary. We're going back the other way. 49 seconds on the clock. Period 3. Servini fires a 3. It's good. Servini from downtown. Score 30-26. Columba hanging on to a 4-point lead. 30 seconds on the clock. Connolly fires a 3 of his own. Brendan Connolly buries a 3. 33-26. St. Columba back up 7. Connolly's feeling it. I see a little extra hop in his step. Servini out to Oliva. Oliva fires a 3, no good. Joe Kelly with the ball. We're going the other way. Joe's got Brendan to his left, AJ to his right. Joe fired a 3. Clock was expiring. He had an extra second or 2. They're young. They're young players, right? He's running down the court. He could look up and see the scoreboard, realize he had 2 to 3 seconds on the clock. Maybe take that extra 1 or 2 steps, get closer. Regardless of that, Joe Kelly having a phenomenal game. More time on the clock than he thought. Score after 3 periods of play. St. Columba 33, St. Mary's 26. Now we'll hear a word from one of our supporters. Goshen Sunoco. Full service at the pump at self-service prices. Come on in, Goshen Sunoco. Get your next oil change, fix your carburetor, perhaps change your engine. Goshen Sunoco, right in the heart of Goshen, New York. All right, St. Columba taking the floor for the final period, period 4. 5 on the floor for your St. Columba. We have Brendan Connolly, Oliver Mastroserio. There's Oliver. Joe Kelly. Brendan Connolly. Where's Jake? Jake Kalberg and Gareth Riley. All right, let's zoom out. Now that I hope you're not too dizzy. Oliver. Jake finds a lane, puts up 2, short. Rebound, St. Mary's, we're going the other way. These are layups we've seen Jake make a million times. St. Mary's kicks it out outside the perimeter. Nice move. Left-handed layup. Pull, the shot does not roll in. Gareth Riley with a big board. Oliver's pass tipped. St. Mary's comes right back with the ball. Keenan fires a 3. Off the mark. Rebound, Joe. Score 33-26, 5:18 in the clock. Kallenberg left alone and one! Kallenberg, Jake Kallenberg puts in 2, and he finds himself at the free throw line for that potential 3-point play. That brings the score 35-26. Jake looking to make it an even 10-point lead. Jake's free throw is good. 36-26, 5:13 left in regulation. St. Mary's on the move. Cervini, Jake on defense. Cervini looking to create a lane, shut down by Kallenberg. Nice give and go by St. Mary's, shots up, blocked by Joe. Joe got a hand on it, St. Mary's came away with it. Foul charge to Gareth Riley.
Shot clock, that didn't hit the rim.
Got 8 white, fair.
4 seconds, ref, on the shot clock. Ref, 4 seconds, that didn't hit the rim.
Okay, I'm saying, I'm not.
I know, I got it. Sorry.
So, 4 seconds. So what do you think?
Ball didn't hit the rim. Yeah.
How many fouls? Okay.
Are they gonna ballroom dance? Thought we had some ballroom dancing about to happen, but the referee and head coach Rick Dugan got together to discuss the shot clock. The shot clock was reset. Coach Rick didn't think it should have been reset. Referee explained why it was. St. Columba with a steal. Kallenberg is on the move. Jake, Joe, 2. St. Columba on top, 38-26, 4:34 on the clock. Shots up, St. Mary's, no good, gets his own rebound. Shots up again, no good. Rebound, Joe Kelly. Joe's got Oliver to his right, Jake to his right. Shots up, it's good. 2 more for Mastraserio, 40-26, 4:10 on the clock. Timeout called, St. Mary's. And the crowd loves it. Packed house here in Vassar College, standing room only. All right, St. Columba eager to take the hardwood after going on a bit of a run. Score 40-26, 4:11 on the clock. Here in the rest of regulation, 5 on the floor for Columba. Brendan Connolly, Gareth Riley, Joe Kelly, Oliver Mastraserio, Jake Kallenberg, and I'm missing 1. Where's the 5th player? Oh, there he is, Gareth Riley. I was gonna yell at the coach. We only got 4 on the floor. Good thing I didn't. All right, St. Mary's with the ball.
Gareth with your feet. You got 4, Gareth with your feet. Somebody give him some help defense. Okay.
Oliva. Finds Keenum.
Stay with him, Oliver.
Riekman.
Oliver, stay with him.
Out to Cervini, fires a 3, no good. Joe Kelly, rebound, we're going the other way. Brendan to his left, Oliver to his right. Hits Connolly, pull-up jumper. Shot's good, nothing but net. Beautiful mid-range shot by Brendan Connolly, 42-26. Oh, Jake thought he had an interception. St. Mary's retains possession. St. Mary's turnaround jumper. It's good, nothing but net. Brings the score 42-28. St. Columba up 14. 3 minutes, 10 seconds on the clock. Oliver with the ball. Bounce pass to Gareth. Gareth, pump fake, drives, mid-range, hits Brendan Connolly from 3. In and out, no good. Connolly was wide open from the left wing. St. Mary's with the ball. Down 14. 2:55 on the clock. Beautiful pass underneath the rim by St. Mary's. Shot doesn't go. Ball's on the floor. St. Mary's comes away with it. Cervini fires a 3. It's good. Cervini buries a 3, bringing his team back in this one. 42-31. 2:30 on the clock. Brendan Connolly with the ball. Pass was, almost stolen. Brendan's bounce pass to Oliver. St. Mary's defender came in, knocked that ball out of bounds. It'll be St. Columba ball. Gareth on the inbounds, hits Joe. Joe spins, looking for some help. Timeout called, St. Columba. Good timeout by head coach Rick Dugan. Saw his player in a little bit of a jam. Said, you know what, we're up big. Got timeouts in my pocket. Bring this one in, let's talk about it. Hit reset, mentally get a breather, a little bit of water. We'll get back out on the court, try and close this one out.
Chris. You set the clock at a timeout. No? Why ahead?
Three times, correct?
Start with 4.
No, I know, but did you just say
Don't pay attention to that thing. I'm not doing that.
Okay. All right.
I got it. Sorry. No problem. Come on, go.
All right, both teams back out on the hardwood. 5 on the floor for Columba. Jake Caliber, Gareth Riley, Brendan Connolly, Joe Kelly, Oliver Mastroserio. Score 42, St. Columba. St. Mary 31, hanging on to an 11-point lead. 2:22 left in regulation. Connolly on the inbounds, looking for Joe. Oh, Joe hit the deck pretty hard. Hopefully he's okay. A little slow to get up. Both players went down. Joe surfed the St. Mary defender. Hit the deck pretty hard. Good to see him back on his feet. Jensen checks into the game. Brendan Connolly with a well-deserved breather. A few big shots there on that stretch. Oliver set on the inbound. Oliver hits Jake. Joe, let me zoom out a little bit. Shots up off the mark. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be St. Mary ball.
Let's go.
Again, this is a big game for the St. Columba team. The finals in the St. Martin tournament, Poughkeepsie, New York. One they've been trying to win and close out for years. This is the furthest they've been, up 11. 2 minutes on the clock, shots up. It's no good. Cervini shot off the mark. Rebound, Joe Kelly. Oliver way out in front. I don't think he saw him. Says, you know what? Let's hit reset. Let's slow this one down. We're up. Let's take control of the game. Garrett, Oliver. Oliver fires a 3 off the mark. Rebound, Jensen goes right in for 2. 2 more for Cahill, giving the team a 44-31 lead. 1:38 on the clock. Cervini, shake and bake. Dishes to Oliva. Oliva fires a 3. Shot short. St. Mary's comes away with it. Another 3 is up. No good. Foul charged. I believe this one's on Jensen. Yep, definitely on Jensen. That's his number 6. Referee said it. 44-31, 1:20 on the clock. Oliva fires a 3 just off the mark. Rebound, Keenum. Layup, it's good. More of a floater, 44-33. 1:12 on the clock. Caliberg with the ball. Nice dribbling by Jake. Finds Joe underneath the basket. Joe goes up. He's fouled. Joe Kelly to the line to shoot 2. Basket does not go in. Joe's first free throw. Round the rim and out. No good. St. Columba still in the driver's seat of this one, up 11, 104 on the clock. Here in the finals of the St. Martin tournament in Poughkeepsie. Second free throw is good. A little bit more of a padding in that lead. 12-point lead, 45-33. Timeout called by St. Mary, 104 on the clock.
You good? Yeah. Yep. Here we go. Good. Here we go.
All right, some hugs and high fives happening right now on the St. Columba bench. Up 12 with 1:04 on the clock.
First whistle.
This is one on all levels of the St. Columba franchise that the teams, the parents, the players, and the coaches all wanted to bring this championship home. 5 on the floor to finish this one out for your St. Columba. We have Keegan Altevi, Joey Shoes, Massimo Mastraserio, AJ Diaz, and I'm missing one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe I'm not missing any. Oh, Brendan Connolly, he's over there. All right, I gotta zoom out. St. Mary's, oh, ball. St. Mary's picks it up. St. Mary's drives, Justice puts up 2. Shot's no good. Rebound, Diaz, we're going the other way. AJ to Brendan. Brendan picked up the dribble, that needs some help. Looking for Shoes, ball stolen, we're going the other way. St. Mary with the ball. Brendan dealing with a full court press. Foul called. So that's 14 fouls for St. Mary. One more sends the St. Columba players to the free throw line to shoot. AJ to Brendan. Massimo. Massimo across midcourt. Massimo finds Brendan. Brendan looking to burn some time, wisely hanging on to the ball, needs a little help. And Brendan's fouled. Connolly to the line to shoot 2. First free throw wide left. There's 15 on the clock. 45-33. Rebound St. Mary. Whistle blew. It'll be St. Columba ball. I believe maybe an elbow, a foul coming off the coming into the lane. Again, St. Columba coached by head coach Rick Dugan, assistant coach Dan Kelly, and assistant coach Dave. Keegan to the line to shoot 2. First free throw is good. Keegan shooting 100% from the free throw line, 1 of 1. Brings the score 46-33. Second free throw's up, it's good. 2 of 2 shooting from the free throw line for Keegan Altevi. St. Mary's with the ball, score 47-33. St. Mary's down 14, 9 on the clock. Foul called. AJ Diaz charged with a foul, I believe a push. Ball off the foot of a St. Mary player. St. Mary's player picks it up, shoots a shot, no good. Rebound Diaz, and that'll do it. At the end of the game, final score, St. Columba 47, St. Mary's 33, and the champions of the 8th grade boys division here at St. Martin Tournament is the St. Columba team out of Chester, Goshen, New York. I know the kids want to jump and cheer more than they are, but they're showing some etiquette, some sportsmanship. And that'll do it for gameplay here, 47-33, immediately following the game. Stay tuned for the trophy distribution. Look at these beauties coming out onto the court. Bear with me as I reposition. Where should I go? Oh, he's doing it.
Congratulations to St. Columba at Chester for the championship 8th grade boys.
If he does it.
Congratulations to St. Mary's of Fishkill, great honor.
Last year I told you Grant them shits and throw them over the bridge.
We're going to have the coach announce the name and come up with the trophy. Congratulations.
Never good.
Last year, that's why they threw that shit this year.
Guys, clap it up for the other team.
All right, St. Mary's getting their trophies. Sure. Oh, yeah. Okay. Let me just zoom out a little bit. Zoom in on, well, we gotta. Yeah, so this will probably be good. I'll stand where he is, but facing our way. Yep. You gotta watch where, so they're in the play. Pull it forward a little bit. Yep.
Gotta get there.
So they're going to be coming this way, so you want to stand over there and film it, or? Because you're going to get their backs from here. You know what I mean? Here, come out here.
Sean McGilligan. Luke Keeneman.
I'm just going to start on
Congratulations again. Coach, you want to announce it? I'm going to give the trophies out.
All right, congratulations, St. Columba. Let's start off. We're going to kick it off from here going down. Brendan Connolly. AJ Diaz. Gareth Riley. Keegan Altevi. Joey Shoes Badella. Massimo Mastroserio. Jensen Cahill. Jake Caliberg. Giuseppe Joe Kelly. Oliver Mastroserio. Congratulations to both teams. Oh. And head coach Rick Dugan. Nick, take this. Players want to go show the parents the trophies.
Guys, line up here for the basket to get photos. Right on the foul line. Rick.
right. They're going to try to get some photos, but head coach Rick Dugan would like a word with his team.
Dan is in his glory right now.
This championship game was a long time coming for this St. Columba team. 3 straight years of heartache, heartbreak. This is one they wanted real bad. And this is one they got in their final year of CYO eligibility here on the main floor of Vassar College.
Hey, let's line up here for a photo. On the foul line, your parents could take it. Guys, line up here. Ricky.
And there you have it, the 2025-26 St. Martin champions, St. Columba team.
Hey, a big thank you to your parents.
See the media craziness. People lining up for interviews.
Yo, on three, first place. Ready? 1, 2, 3. First place. Wow, that was
That was lackluster.
First place. Horse and soldier. Hooters.
Someone wanted to go to Horse and Sulky. My son Jensen yelling, "Let's go to Hooters." Oliver, let's see that big one. Look at that trophy. Hold it still. Yeah, look at that. Beautiful. Master Cereal boys. You can both hold it. There's a cup on there. I think they're going to be drinking apple juice, handing it off to each other for the next several days, drinking apple juice from the big trophy.
Jake, come here. Jake, come here. Come here.
And nothing but smiles here at Vassar College from parents, players, and coaches. All right, and that'll do it. Thank you for tuning in to Spaz Monkey Sports, where youth sports is insane.
Gareth, can we borrow 1 second? Let Ricky take it. Here, Ricky. Yeah.
Father-son duo, Coach Dan Kelly with his son Joe Kelly.
Why does that hurt him?
Look at your mom. Yep. I'm just live.
Ricky, come on. Photo op, bro.
Frankie Shoes and Carter.
Joey. Lisa.
Jensen's coming in. We should just do it.
All right, I think everyone's going to do a pick. Jensen trying to go on his tippy toes to match Coach Rick, who's 6'3". Stay there. Look at this. Yeah, like a selfie stick. Where's that? Big trophy. Fact.
Go ahead. No, give it to Joey. She's Coach, just stay there. We're gonna have them all.
Yeah, all the kids are going to come up.
Go, Joey, hold this way, buddy.
That's where we were a couple years ago, right?
Moss and Ollie.
Joey.
Joey Shoes with the coaches. Younger brother, Frankie slides. He slides because look at those razzle-dazzle slides.
Go, gentlemen, clean up your stuff. Let's do this right. Oh, I still.
Moss, you have to wait. Gareth is gonna go first, and then you're gonna go. Ollie and Moss.
Who's up next? Moss, how about for
Ollie, go.
Monster Stereo Boys going in for their pick.
Anybody?
The movie side.
What's up? First place.
Brendan.
it go? Those are things, right?
Anybody? Brendan?
Brendan Connolly going in next.
From injury.
Yo, back. What a game.
Nick, you got to get in there too. You're the bookkeeper. Get in there. Get in there. Someone take a pick of Nick.
Yo, Danny, we gotta get you in here.
What do you want, like this? Or
Ryan. Ryan. If he's jump sick, can you hold it for Danny?
Oh, yeah. I can do it.
Warm cookies.
One cookie.
AJ Diaz with the coaches.
Okay. Then we're good. I think we got everybody except for Keegan.
Do all the staff.
We were on Danny Cahill.
We got to do all the staff. Nick, get in here.
Yeah, come on.
Come on, let's go. Here's the staff.
Just hold it.
One more.
Good job, coaches.
Hey, you forgot the scorekeeper. You forgot
Jared.
Jared.
Yeah.
Staff.
Yeah.
Nick, one more. Staff.
Nick. You know what? Let's trade out that little one. Take that.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Good?
Good?
We're good.
Are we good?
Hey, let's pick a
That's
place.
nice. Let me feel
Pick
this
a place
thing.
with Well done, boys.
Oh, yeah.
Well done.
We got him back.
Anybody have an Eagles score?
They lost.
All right, that'll do it after this great weekend of modified basketball, CYO sports, NFL playoffs. Nothing gets better. And that'll do it. Spaz Monkey Sports out.
No, wait.
Hold on. We're not out. There's Jake.
Fine, now we're out.
Joey Shoes.
Yeah.
All right, ending broadcast.
Angela.